The British troops continued their attack on Neuve-Chapelle.
Yes, to the front right
Their
now.
next objective, take back Port Arthur.
You American, over there, yeah, go.
Sir. Yes, sir. Come on, boys, let's go.
Perfect. Two, three, two.
Oh, you really cleared now.
Two.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, there, my dude. It'll be what are you doing here, drink?
Needs to
Give
be
me
moved over.
that. I do harder.
Okay.
Okay, I got my butt going.
That's four. That's three.
Get it done. Ready, bud. I do harder.
Needs to be moved over to two again.
Get it done. Okay, I got my butt going. Oh, yeah.
Okay, time to go up. Oh, poor doggy.
Merci, mon ami. Du Ragnar. Carl Louis von Dorf. Yeah, come this way.
Amidst the never-ending attacks and counterattacks, Freddie and Emile hunted the elusive Baron and his regiment in Ypres. On April 22nd, 1915, chlorine gas was used for the first time by the Germans.
Hey, what? Hey. Go!
The Battle of Ypres. I think Ypres was a key strategic town in Belgium. especially for the British. It was the gateway to the north and thus to Britain. Canadian troops were deployed on the front line, and they proved their endurance and dependability in the combat to the Allies. 6,000 Canadian lives were lost in the Battle of April 1915. First gas attack. April 22nd, 1915, at Ypres, came the first gas attack in history. 5,730 cylinders of chlorine were opened by the Germans in a favorable winds. Chlorine gas caused burns to the eyes, skin, and lungs, even through clothes and rubber boots. The effects were devastating. The only defense found by the Canadians were to cover their noses with urine-soaked handkerchief. Zeppelin bombardment. Zeppelins were invented in 1900s by the German Count von Zeppelin, but the first long-distance flight didn't take place until 1908. Zeppelins weren't much slower than the aircraft of the period and were first used in reconnaissance. They could also fly at higher altitudes, so from 1915 they were used to bomb civilians in London and Paris. The dogs of war. It is estimated by 1918 that Germans had deployed 30,000 dogs, while the Allies deployed 20,000. Dogs were recruited from dog pounds and the police force. While many families also enlisted their pets, dogs had a number of roles as sentries and scouts, in postal liaison and equipment transport, in locating casualties, in explosives, and as mascots. The main breeds deployed were German Shepherds, Doberman Pinschers, and Bouviers. Interesting. Huh. This button. Oh, okay, I have diaries that I'm missing. Oh, that's why I keep saying that. I'm just pressing the wrong button. Okay, August 12th, 1914. I started training at the military camp today. I can't help thinking of Karl, who's probably doing the same in Germany. The declaration of war has created havoc. I hope Marie and the neighbors manage to finish their harvest on time. August 20th, 1914, we spent yet another day walking. We heard cannon fire for the first time today. I don't want to have to kill. I must stop thinking about it and get some sleep. March 10th, 1915. What a day. My life was saved twice today. First by an American soldier and then by a dog. But I'm free at last. I saw Karl before the bombing and I hope he made it out alive. I'm gonna try to find him. Sorry, sneezing. Okay, August 12th, 1914. At last, I can't wait to get fighting. Maybe it'll ease some pain that I feel inside. September 7th, 1914. I missed them by a whisker. It won't happen again. My younger brother's letter was sweet. It gave me a real boost. It's good he's back in the States, miles away from this nightmare. That kid has a knack of getting himself into trouble. And then March 10th, 1915, the march on Belgium, where this damned regiment is stationed. I'm not alone, at least. I met a funny old French farmer guy, Emile. He doesn't say much, but if I understood right, his son-in-law's German. How crazy is that? Not a day goes by I don't dream of you. August 1st, 1914, the bells all over Paris started chiming at 4 p.m. this afternoon. It was eerie. Somebody in the streets told me it was for troop mobilization in case Germany declares war. I'll write to father to find out what's going on in Belgium. August 1st, 1914. It feels strange to return to Germany. At least Emile can take care of Marie and Victor. All things should calm down in the months to come. It's all so meaningless. Emile, there, right in front of me, sprawling on the ground. Why did this regiment have to come up against mine? I hope he pulls through. He's one tough cookie. I must find out what POW camp he's been taken to. August 21st, 1914. March 10th, 1915. At last I found Emile. Just moments before The shells started flying. I hope he managed to dodge the bombs. The letter he showed me filled my heart with joy. Marie is well, and Victor is growing up. That's all that matters. Okay, August 12th, 1914. After Carl, it's Daddy's turn to leave. Why did they have to call him up? Wasn't it enough to expel my dear sweet love from these lands? Why do they want to put Daddy in uniform? He's too old to fight, and now they've left me alone with the harvest on the way and Victor to take care of. August 24th, 1914. That letter gave me such a fright. Poor Daddy. He's been wounded and taken prisoner from the Germans. I don't know if he's seriously injured and if he's being well taken care of. I've been told prisoners are allowed to receive letters. I shall write him tomorrow. September 25th, 1914. Today Germans invaded St. Michael. Fortunately, the troops spared the farm. I took shelter in a cellar with Victor. Now what's going to happen? Okay. Neat. Okay.